So, what makes this sporterized 1868 Springfield a buffalo gun? Well, the time period is correct. The gun is marked 1870. The configuration is correct. According to the Buffalo Bill Center of the West, a classic buffalo gun would have a heavy octagon barrel, better to dissipate heat from prolonged firing, and built for ruggedness. Embellishments and fancy sights were the exception. Fitted with an attached wooden cleaning rod that was handy to remove black powder fouling and to remove a stuck copper cartridge case. Plus, the gun is chambered for the 50/70 government, a cartridge which could be easily obtained at frontier forts. William F. Cody earned his moniker Buffalo Bill with the 50/70 Trapdoor Springfield. George Armstrong Custer, Civil War hero and author of My Life on the Plains, used a sporterized 50/70 Trapdoor for his buffalo hunting. Even Wild Bill Hickok had a custom-made 50/70 Trapdoor that he was so fond of, he requested it to be buried with him. In 1879, Bill was dug up and moved to a different cemetery, and apparently his rifle was removed, as it recently sold at auction for almost $500,000. Even though this gun is marked 1870, you can tell it's an 1868 model by the long receiver nose. 1868 models used repurposed 2-click Civil War musket locks by reshaping the hammer nose. 34,651 model 1868 model rifles and 1 carbine were produced. Well, I wish I had that 1 carbine. It had a relatively short service life, with the slightly improved model 1870 introduced in late 70 and 71, and then the all-new model of 1873 with the caliber changed to .45-70. Fortunately, this one has the maker's mark on the top barrel flat. J. Hayden, Oxford, Ohio. Hayden was listed as a gunsmith in Oxford from 1848 to 1886 when he moved his business to Coffeyville, Kansas. Hayden was established in Coffeyville in 1892 when the Dalton gang tried to rob 2 banks at the same time and were shot to pieces by the townfolk. Must have been a wild day. I found this article in the Hamilton Daily Democrat, dated Monday, January 7th, 1895. A former resident of Oxford, Ohio, Joseph Hayden, lost all of his tools together with a stock of fine guns in the Coffeyville, Kansas fire of January 3rd, 1895, and had a narrow escape from losing his life. He had no insurance. Next I see of Joseph Hayden as he passes away the next year in 1896 and is buried in Oxford. Hayden probably picked this gun up for a song in the surplus market in the early 70s and fitted it with a stout classic Ohio Plains rifle stock, octagon barrel, and double set triggers. With some scrubbing, the barrel cleaned up nicely. It's obvious this gun saw a lot of use in its day and had some play in the action, but installing a new hinge pin tightened everything up. I was happy with the strong extraction and ejection. This gun is fitted with double set triggers. This eliminated the heavy, creepy trigger pull associated with these side lock guns. The spring powers a small hammer, multiplying the force of the actual trigger pull, so a light touch will release the sear with minimal disturbance to your aim. This one works differently compared to what we typically see today, as the rear trigger needs to be set before the gun can be brought to full cock. With the 50-70 on the left, shown with another popular period rifle cartridge, the 50 Spencer. Okay, let's shoot this thing. I loaded up a few blanks to start off, and then a reduced load of 40 grains of 1.5 Swiss with a filler and a 5.15 350 grain bullet. And finished up with a 60 grain charge with an 1/8 inch card wad.
Well, what do you think, Mountain Man? Like it?
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Hit it. Look at it swing. Wow. I heard it.